Oh,
Hello,
thanks.
Tanner.
What's up, Nolan? How you doing, man?
Living
Dirt, or should I
dreams.
say dirt nasty?
Yes, please
I'm gonna
do.
start. I'm gonna start with the first question. How the fuck did you come up with that username, Nolan?
I was,
It's a badass username.
thank you. I was living out of my truck this summer and I was really fucking gross one day. I was like, man, I'm fucking dirty. It was nasty. I was nasty too. And then I put five Y's behind it because I felt like it.
No, dude. As soon as you made that account, I was like, that has to be Nolan. It just has to be
Thank you.
Nolan. I love it.
Yeah, I
Well, go
appreciate it,
ahead. Go
man.
ahead with your shit. Go ahead with your shit.
I, I'll start them right up. Why don't you start telling the audience a little bit about yourself, Tanner?
Oh, about me. I wasn't prepared for that. I mean, I kind of was, but you know.
It can be quick.
Um, well, right now I'm living in Bozeman. I've been going to school for 5.5 years studying industrial engineering, which has been kind of a grind and an bottomless pit of schoolwork and cold weather. And yeah. But I was born in Durham, North Carolina in 1999. I'm a 90s kid, which is kind of cool. And then when I was 3 years old, I moved to Colorado and I grew up there from the time I was three till high school. So like 18, I moved out and came up here for school and I've been here ever since. So that's a little bit about me. I love riding bikes. I love the outdoors. Um, I like watching comedy and funny things, TV. I fucking love food. Food gets me through the day. Like whenever I come home, it's what I've been looking forward to all day is just fucking stuff my mouth with a bunch of food. So I love food. But yeah, it's
Nice.
a little bit about me.
Cool. Thank you. I didn't know you were born in North Carolina.
Yeah, I know it's kind of something I forget about a lot for sure. I mean, I don't really seem like that, but I'm not like Southern, you know.
Dude, if we had Southern doppelgangers, that would be awesome.
Right.
Yeah. So sort of circling into saying you like outdoors, you are most definitely one of the most hardcore, baddest motherfuckers I know when it not only comes to free riding, but well, like, there's two aspects of this. The free ride part, which Tanner's a free ride mountain biker, he's really good at it,
Yeah.
and also the endurance part of biking and just sports in general.
Yeah.
Could you tell the audience a little bit about sort of what goes through your mind when you want to push yourself to a extremely uncomfortable place, either mentally or physically?
Oh man, I can't even explain it, dude. Sometimes I feel like I'm one of a kind with that kind of stuff, like just the whole endurance thing and then also doing the crazy jumps and steep shoots and everything. Um, like I don't know what makes me want to like I just get like a lot of satisfaction from finding my like physical limits, you know, or mental limits. I don't know. I think the endurance thing is more almost more mental than the whole free ride thing. You know, the free ride thing is more to me that's more balls and like I'm gonna like fucking do this. Like it's more like going to the gym to like lift heavy weights, you know? Like I'm gonna get fucking hyped and ride this fucking line, you know? But like the whole
Yeah.
endurance that's like more of like going to lift weights or something. But like the gym or like sorry, like the endurance part is more it's more of a head game for sure. Like if you're going for like 100 miles or like I don't know, just a long period of time, that definitely gets to your head a bit. You can't just like start and do that and I don't know, expect it to be like easy, like you have to kind of trick yourself and like I don't know, just come up with ways to learn how to do that. I don't know. But
How do you trick yourself?
a big motivation for me is like um I just like make myself like a better athlete, you know, like
Mm.
finding my own physical limits and then also like nutrition. That's a big thing too, is like pushing yourself to like a physical limit or having a really good workout and then like refueling your muscles to make sure that you're able to perform like that again, that's a huge motivator for me personally. And also it's also to be there's many reasons to this. Like there's so many. I can go on and on. Okay, another one's really it's to be like a badass motherfucker, like who
Yeah.
the who the fuck flips their fucking bike like in the world, like probably like 0.001% of people like ever, you know? Or like who like rides those steep ass chutes in big water like Colorado Springs and all that shit. Like no one. Like you got to be a special kind of person to do that. And in my mind, it makes me feel kind of like a superhero in a way, Like whenever I was like a kid, I always wanted to be like a crazy like person with like powers or something. But this is like bikes are like my power in a way, being able to like
Mm.
ride 100 miles, but also like be able to like do like huge jumps and like tricks on bikes. Like that's my power. Or I guess like that's kind of what I've lived by ever since I was little. But
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it's admirable that
sorry, I went on for like a
you're
fucking
no,
long
no, you're all good. This is a show
time.
where I hope my guests will talk. Um, yeah, I think it's really admirable that you are devoted to free riding and endurance activities. It's when's do you have a early memory of when you first got a taste for either free riding or endurance activities or just being gnarly
Oh, I have
and
many. Like I
like
have
what
so
you associate that with?
yeah, I mean, like one of my earliest memories ever. I was on like those like little four-wheel scooters that you'd like sit on when a kid like as you were a kid and had like a
Yeah,
steering wheel on it.
like the
Had like
Nitro
a
Circus ones.
no, it had like it was like a little four-wheel scooter, it had a seat, had like ladybug colors all over it, and it had like a steering wheel on like it was like
Yeah.
yeah, no, that my first memory ever, like I can recall, was me riding that down the driveway. And I was like probably like two. I was in Georgia at the time, I think. But another one was my first time riding a bike. I was three. I told my nanny to take my training wheels off, and she did. And she pushed me down the driveway, and I smashed into the garage and crashed. So first ride ever was a crash.
Nice.
Um,
That's awesome.
free ride. Oh, the first line I ever rode, me and my friend Nick, he's a really good friend from high school. We used to play tennis together. But we watched Where the Trail Ends that I don't know if you've seen Where the Trail Ends.
You showed me.
Yeah, it's so fucking sick, dude. I can go on and on about that, but we got like inspired, and like we took our dad's bikes out because our dads had pretty nice bikes. We're like, let's go take our dad's bikes and let's go do what they do, and we did. And we like found this one hill and it was kind of gnarly for like us, it was like a bunch of like scrubs around and like bushes and dirt. And we're like, all right, this is the first one. And it's like a hill that like there's like a tree on the right, and we're like, okay, this is kind of gnarly, and we call it the Devil's Pussy. So that was like my first real that was like my first real freehand line with the Devil's Pussy, and I was like 13. But and I was on a Trek Fuel, like a fully carbon Trek Fuel. It was a nice ass fucking bike too, because it was my mom's like race bike. So I
That's
was
awesome.
yeah, my parents had a whole arsenal of bikes when I was little. So
That's
they did a bunch
super
of
cool.
races and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
That's my
great
early
answer.
grad memory. Yeah.
Yeah,
Devil's
that's
pussy,
awesome.
baby.
Devil's Pussy, and that's in Colorado.
Yeah, it's like literally like 10 minutes from my house. So like, yeah. Yeah,
Very
it's really
cool.
yeah, we could just ride our bikes there and ride the devil's pussy.
Yeah, so in during our spring break trip, you really stuck out to me. We're done a trip with you, and one of my most memorable parts of that trip was waking up and seeing you ready to go before everybody else and doing the gnarliest shit at the just right in the morning, like probably your warm up line,
Dude, that's just how I am,
gnarly,
man. It's
and
just
how that so is like intrinsic motivation, which means that you yourself is just you're motivated to do it for yourself, and there's extrinsic motivation, which is like I'm going to do this for the likes on Instagram. And you strike me as a very intrinsically motivated person, as in waking up before everybody else just to do some gnarly stuff because you want to. How do you, how does that, like, what's that fire? Like, what's that fire like when you wake up in the morning and you're just like, let's go, motherfucker?
well, I mean, to me, it's like, someone else is getting up and they're also they're also feeling that fire, It's like, and if I don't do that, it's like I'm not as good as them, you know?
Yeah, it's,
Like I don't know.
gosh,
It's not totally intrinsic.
yeah.
Like I don't do it just for like me. It's like to prove. I mean, it's to prove to like people like kind of like that have been a part of my life that like I'm gonna make something out of myself in a way. Or I mean, it's mostly intrinsic if you put it that way. Like um, I get like satisfaction from like having a really productive like day, and productive to me is like doing something that scares the fucking shit out of me that I know will make me feel really good at the end of the day. And that's why, and and that like motivates me in a way to like have that feeling, like the feeling of like achievement of like that one day at Big Water when like when we woke up and went and rode that one crazy zone, like our favorite zone. We went back there like 3 times, I think. I rode the
Oh,
flare cloth
yeah.
line. Yeah. No, that day was, I knew I was gonna do some dumb shit there. And dude, like that moment, like I woke up for that moment that day. I was just like, I was ready to do that. Because I knew that if I did something that crazy, like it'd make me feel like a fucking like brings me back to the whole superhero thing. Like I want to be a fucking superhero, man.
That's
Like, I
awesome.
don't want to be a fucking sheep. I want to be a wolf. Like
Oh,
sheep sleep in and groan. Wolves get up and fucking eat.
yeah. That's,
But it's like funny. I don't even eat breakfast like most of the time. So
yeah,
it's
me
like
too. Dude, breakfast takes time. I was thinking about that. Like, if you
you
sit
don't make
down to eat a
breakfast, bro.
real
You just
breakfast, that's like
just
an
eat a fucking bar.
hour.
You just eat a fucking bar, man. It's the same calories.
Yeah, you're a big bar guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
good for your shits.
No, dude.
Uh,
Yeah, poops can be painful.
but yeah, really, it's like I just get a lot of satisfaction from like getting the fuck up and going hard, you know? Because I'm like, I don't know, it just I compare myself to people, you know. I
Mm.
mean, most people do. I'm
Yeah.
like that guy didn't do that this morning, or like it wasn't
Uh,
it wasn't that case there in Big Water, but like another case is like me getting up this morning, going to the gym like before class.
yeah.
You know, it just made me feel good about myself and
Hmm.
it's just like a kickstart to the day, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel the same way. That's exactly what I did this morning. I got up at 5 a.m. and I worked out for a little over an hour. I felt like the baddest motherfucker on the planet of the earth afterwards.
Dude, that's the best, right?
Yeah, I was like,
Then you
nothing
like
could stop me now.
yeah, because then you just have a nice like meal after, and you know it's going somewhere good, not your fucking your gut, you know.
leave my leave your bedroom with your bed made and a damn good workout under your belt. You're just like, fuck yeah. Yeah, it feels really good.
I'm digging the mullet, dude.
Dude, I had the can't really see it now, but I got like an American flag right here. But the stars quickly grew over and now I just got some
Oh
lines.
shit.
But I need to I'm looking a little too presentable. I need to make it short again so I look stupid. No, not stupid. I'm not gonna call myself those words. So I look like a hick. I would love to look like a hick again.
No, you look Alaskan.
Oh, thank you, Tanner. Thank you so much. Yeah. But dude, I love it when you can like when you can see the when you can see someone's skin on the side of their head when they get that fresh cut mullet and it's almost like they're bald. I think it's the
Dude,
pinnacle.
I could never get a mullet, bro. That would be I just could not do that. I feel like I could
Dude,
not pull that off.
it really helps
But
me take it.
you pull it off fucking good, man. I'm telling you that.
I appreciate it. I didn't think that
I
the
mean,
first time.
I mean, like personally, I'm not gonna be like a dick or anything, but maybe you should maybe fix your hairline a bit.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, dude,
I mean, like the way it was right
it's
there, it was
coming
fine.
in.
But like maybe like put some gel on that bitch, you know?
Oh no, no, that's the whole point of it.
Yeah, see, that's sick.
Tanner.
Dude, that's fucking dope right there. Like that look.
You're missing the point of the mullet lifestyle. You want to know what the point of it is?
Yeah, tell me.
It helps me not take myself seriously at all. It's like fuck it, give me the worst haircut you can think of, and
Dude,
I'll still.
dude, I respect the shit out of that. I respect it. That's why I buzz my head, dude.
Yep, I've been there.
Like, dude, that's literally why I buzz my head because it makes me like I don't know, it changes my perspective, you know?
Yeah, it's you know, hair is not to shit on people's hair. Hair is nice too. It's nice when people have nice hair, but for me, like when I buzz my head, I don't know if you feel this way, but shave everything off and it kind of makes me feel like I'm on a war path.
Yeah,
It's like,
dude, that's why I
oh,
do it.
yeah,
Like I'm
like
a
one
fucking
less thing.
I'm one of the 300 Spartans, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens when I shave my head.
Yeah, going against Xerxes' army, just ready for
Yeah,
war, bro.
I don't get
Oh,
the fucking Persians, man. They got shit.
I got shit on the 300. Anyways, I little conversation direct. Um, so I had a gnarly injury this year.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable talking about that?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Okay. Would you? would you care to share your story?
Yeah. Um, so I lived in Bellingham, Washington this summer. I had like internship at a construction place, but I'd ride my bike like every fucking day because there was like a sick riding spot like 5 minutes from work. But after work one day, I guess I was a little too angsty because I like didn't ride my bike for a couple of days because I was like taking a break because I had ridden myself like basically into the ground. Um, and I was just like, I want to ride, I want to ride, I want to ride, and I was just like so timid and so anxious, like riding really fast up, and then like I didn't even take a break at the top, went down. There's this like kind of gnarly section going down the trail, um, where there's like a mandatory drop, and you come around like a corner to go off the drop. And I guess I got a little too squirrely around the corner before the drop, and I lost my foot, went off the drop with one foot on my pedal, and then I missed the landing and went OTB straight to my fucking head. And as soon as I got up, I just like I didn't black out or anything or like get knocked out. But as soon as I got up, I like it was like, damn, I just broke my fucking neck. Like I just broke my neck because I it like hurt really bad. And like the first thing I did was like, all right, I gotta go to like because there's this trail I know really well. It's I told everyone I rode the easy way down, but I did not. Um um I went to this trail I know really well because I've ridden it the most times. It's like pretty gnarly. But I'm like, I need to go to Tucker's. Like, I need to go ride Tucker's because that's I know it and I can get down safely. And so I went up there and I called my girlfriend, or at the time, my girlfriend, I called her because I was like freaking out a little bit. I was like, I can't, like my neck fucking hurts really bad. Like, I think I broke my neck. And she was like calming me down a bit. And so then I rode down Tucker's with like this, like fucking like not even moving my neck or anything. And then made it to my truck in the parking lot. And then I had these kids help me lift my bike into my car because I couldn't even do that. It's fucking and then I drove myself to the ER. And they're like, yep, you didn't break your neck, but you fractured your fucking skull. And they're like, you gotta wear this neck brace for a fucking month. And I didn't even know like what kind of injury I had for like a week until I actually talked to the doctor a week later. And so it was kind of scary, but I guess I was like a half a centimeter from dying. Like I actually almost died. So got pretty lucky there.
Fuck. If I could give you a
Yeah.
hug right now, I would.
Yeah,
That's
it's all good.
that's super heavy, dude.
No, I literally almost died. And it was my parents, they were stressed that to me a lot because, um, yeah. And they were like taking it really hard. I was wondering why they were taking it so hard. Like I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I was like, yeah, like whatever. But like when I saw that, I went and met them in Vancouver because they were like doing a little trip with my grandparents. They were like super like they almost couldn't stop looking at me in a way, you know. You know, like what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like they're like thankful that I didn't like die. And then
Yeah, they're like,
I didn't really realize the seriousness of what it was and at the time, but I actually almost like severed my whole brain stem and died. It's
oh,
like crazy, right?
yeah, that's some crazy stuff, dude. That's insane.
And like for reference, like I landed straight on my head like this, and my neck bent down like this way, and I
Ooh,
fractured like the axis of my skull. So what connects your skull to your neck? So it's like in your fucking neck, like in your skull. Like it's not even on the outside anywhere. Like it's hard to get to. So there's no surgery or anything. Like it just took a long
yeah,
time to heal.
it's in that little like I can feel my spine going up
Oh no,
into my
you
skull.
can't feel it. You can't feel
It's
it.
like up in there though.
It's deep, yeah.
Yeah, It's deep. Oh,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, it was gnarly.
oh,
And the whiplash, like it's almost gone. Like it still lingers like a tiny bit. Like I'm probably like 98% like healed. And this is like two the 3.5 months later. Like I'm feeling pretty good. Like I can
so
like move my neck like all around and like up and down and I'm feeling pretty good.
and there's 1,000 questions I want to ask. I just all right, first one. You seem really positive. Breaking your neck,
Yeah.
or your skull, part of your skull, I guess, right?
Yeah, it was my occipital condyle.
You seem really positive about breaking your occipital condyle. Not many people would be very positive about breaking their
I
occipital
mean,
condyles.
at first I wasn't like the first week was really hard for sure. Like that sucked. Um, but I don't know, I kind of look at like an injury or something just anything that happens that's bad as like a lesson to be learned, you know? Like it can only get better from here, you know? I mean, of course it didn't, but um but like things always get better, you know? Like you can always make yourself stronger. It doesn't matter if you like paralyze yourself or fucking turn into a vegetable. Like you can always be a different person, you know? You can be a better person. And like I feel like that's kind of what it did to me, you know? It humbled me in a way. Like I appreciate like small like the little things and just like the simpler things in life, you know, just like going on a walk and stuff like that, you know. But I hiked a lot of mountains in the neck brace. That was kind of insane. It was my only way to cope with like not being able to ride bikes. Um, and so I did that like every day. I looked at my I do a lot of Strava over the time and I looked at my I looked at my September stats and I hiked over 100,000 feet. So basically like Everest like
To
more than 3 times.
give the audience a frame of reference, you broke your occipital. Okay, I forgot
Condyle.
the occipital condyle sort of towards the end of August, right?
Yeah, no, the July.
June. Oh, okay. July.
Yeah.
So you had like a month of recovery.
No, it was more like 2 months where I was in the neck brace.
Mm.
Yeah.
In the second month, you were in the neck brace.
Yeah.
You
So
were hiking.
I was hiking. I did my first hike like 6 days after my injury. And then I just didn't stop. I'm just like I'm gonna hike until I can bike. You
Yeah, dude.
And it worked, you know. And I was just like conquering my demons, like climbing mountains in a neck brace, and it worked, you know. A lot of time to think, you know, you're going up and down, like you can't get down as fast as you can on a bike. You got a lot of time to think. A lot of time to think about the shitty things that happen in your life and how to overcome them. And that's why I was so positive about it. It's like just keeps your head up, you know, like you got no fucking
Literally.
choice.
Get it? Because you're in a neck brace.
Exactly.
Yeah. Dude, that's super cool. Like, not advisable from a doctor's perspective, but
Oh,
I mean,
I didn't tell like yeah. I didn't tell
you're
the
not
doctor.
a
He's like, "Oh, you've been hiking a little?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've been hiking a little here and there." But then I'll like go do Baldy and just like 4,000 feet. Just because I can.
That's awesome.
Dude, you should have
Yeah.
seen some motherfuckers like when I'm like doing it. Like I'll have the neck brace on, and I'll be like hiking up the mountain. They're like, "Wow, like good for you." Like, I'm like, bitch, like this is my pastime. Like I'm just trying to like, I don't know, like I don't even notice it. Like I'm not even thinking about that. I'm like, just stop, please.
Oh,
Stop reminding me
god
that I'm in a
damn.
neck brace.
I'm trying to think about that. Wow. That is, yeah, that's, so you sort of sum that up. Clearly, it was hard coming to terms with the fact that you weren't going to be able to bike for a little bit. Yeah,
Oh yeah. No, it broke my heart.
it broke your heart. I know how passionate you are about
Yeah.
um, biking. It's You're an obsessed person for sure. Um, but your coping mechanism, say, was mountain climbing,
Yeah.
or to put it in a broader perspective, doing what you could do.
No, it was mountain climbing. It was.
That's
I
awesome.
love that shit. You
Yeah,
know, and most of the time, like I'd be thinking about riding my bike, like on that. Like what would I do on this corner? What would I do on that? But
yeah. Something I learned in my taking a psychology of sport and physical activity class, and this week, this past week, we've been doing a ton of stuff on visualization and like meditation and sport.
it's everything.
And yeah, your brain. I'm gonna like leave this pretty vague so I don't speak outside of the realm of profession. But basically, when you visualize something, say if I visualize myself going off a big jump and stomping it, my brain doesn't, like, it's stored in a memory now, and it might be a little different when I'm doing it in real life, but your brain doesn't really know how to associate fiction from real life. Once you think about it and internalize that, it's not like you were actually biking, but you were doing necessary steps to be proficient at biking.
No, exactly. Like I was maintaining my fitness and my mental state of like physically pushing myself, you know.
Yeah, dude, that's
Also like just being up in mountains and but like what you're saying about the whole visualization shit, like that's totally real. Like dude, if you can visualize yourself doing something, like you totally have the capability to. Like I mean, I would dream like when I was like 16 years old, dude, I would dream about flipping bike park jumps. I was like 16. I was like, damn, like one day I wish I could do that. And I just like think about it, like listen to music and think about me doing like some crazy shit like that. And now like I'm like beyond my dreams, like doing what I can do. And I mean, I hate getting old. Like the time's running out. But like,
yeah, it's time to make new dreams, man.
yeah. I mean, I'm not giving up. Like I'm still gonna ride the shit out of my bike no matter what. Like, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Cam Zink's fucking like 37. He just won Rampage, so
Oh yeah,
there's plenty
yeah,
of time for that kind of shit.
mm-hmm.
Early.
Yeah. Jeremy Jones is like over 50 years old and is still one of the gnarliest backcountry snowboarders in the world.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
Hey, dude.
you're up in Kamloops, bro. Like you're a lucky ass motherfucker. You're up
Mm-hmm.
with Matt McDuff and you're living in fucking Kamloops, bro. That's so I'm so jealous, honestly.
Dude, yeah. I mean, you heard me. You were there in the truck when I found out that I was moving here.
Yeah. No,
Remember
like
in Utah?
yeah,
You
no,
heard
because
me
that happened to
scream
both of us.
yeah, you heard
Yeah,
me
that was
scream and I was like,
you're so lucky, dude.
yeah, I
I'll look for shit out there.
yeah, dude, please do. And
Like I dream
also,
about that shit.
Tanner, I hate to cut you off, but
I see the timer.
my poor ass is looking at a minute and 33 seconds
Yeah, no, my
left
poor
of
ass is looking
recording
at that
time.
too. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I'm
man. I really someday I'm gonna get a podcast sponsor and they're gonna pay for that extended interview time because I'm having a blast. This is the best part of my day, and I really appreciate you taking the time out of yours to make this happen.
Oh, of course, yeah. I've been thinking about it all day. I've been looking forward to it.
Mm,
I love
yeah,
talking to you, bro.
I love talking to you too. It's a great way to connect with friends that I don't get to see.
Well, dude, if you're not doing anything like over Christmas or anything, just let me know. And you can come down to the Springs or something, do some free ride with me.
All right, if I find myself with a bit of time, I'll give you a shout. But less than a minute left. Uh, Tanner, can I plug your Instagram?
Yeah, sure.
Tanner the Whale on Instagram. Follow him. He's sick. And
Another
anything
way.
else that is going on in your life that you want people to know about?
Not that I can sum up in like 30 seconds.
All right, great, because we're out of time. I'll give you a shout on Instagram like right after this. Catch you later. Thank you so much, Tanner. I really appreciate you. Adios.
Love you, Nolan.
Love you
Proud of you,
too,
dude.
bro.
Keep shredding.
Thank you. Proud of you too.